hello. I'm just getting the stream up right now. Making sure.
Ready up.
Yeah, I'm just setting up the Twitter as well, making sure everyone can get as many people as we can in here.
My voice. Right, well, let me join the session. We can get right into EVR today. I mean, it's exciting times. We've got Nolan as a full seat now.
Already got 18 drivers in as well. We should have no people away for the F1. If you could just put yourself as spectator, that means we have 17. Who are we missing? You've not joined yet.
No, I'm not in the session.
It says you are in the session, but we are missing 3 people at the moment. Just check. We're missing Josh. Actually, no, we're not missing Josh. Never mind. In terms of full-time drivers,
how are we not missing Josh?
We're not missing Josh. I don't know who we're missing. I'll check now.
Oh, Josh is meant to be racing.
Yeah, he's racing. He's here. Don't worry. I was just looking.
There's Shapalili.
Oh, Lucas is here. Okay.
So we need one more driver to fill up the lobby. Already.
Pretty much. That's looking
record timing.
Great, isn't it? At the moment, almost we've got Tim's ready up. So Tim's got it up right now. So F2 stream is good.
Does F2 have a commentator? Yes. No.
Yes, it does. It does.
Okay, good.
So who are we missing then? We're missing one person. Who are we missing? Let's have a look, shall we? Did I see Forbes? I didn't see Forbes. We are missing Forbes, I believe, is the only one not in right now. So VRT Forbes, if you are watching, obviously we're
is Will in here?
Well close. Will, yeah, Will
oh,
should be
there's Zach.
in here.
No, we've got a full lobby.
Well, there's Zach. I swear Will
there's a reserve
Brit.
that shouldn't be in here. Then.
Yeah, because Will said he can do F1 because he asked for a setup earlier. A little bit strange. I don't know what's going on.
Well, let's see who's reserve. It shouldn't be here.
Well, Lucas is reserve or Shap. Caden's not there, so Caden cannot join. So
Caden's in London, so he's
that
not
does
going.
answer our question. The only person who we're missing then is Will. If someone can ask if Will's there, please. And obviously, you know, Will's the only person we can do. We've got another stream up. Obviously, F3 is now up. Right, so we are waiting just on Will then, ladies and gentlemen, and we'll be underway. And we'll have a full lobby. We've got a full lobby in F3 as well, which is lovely to see, of course. So we'll just copy the link there, get that underway. We should be underway here very, very soon. We're very close to getting 3 full lobbies this week, which is awesome to see. Obviously, if you want to like, subscribe perhaps to the channel, that would be lovely as well. And obviously doing that, you can keep up to date with EVR by following us on Twitter.
Right, we're going to be holding for a bit. Just for a while, I need to sell. Is Paris in?
He should be here in a second. Yep. Will is now coming in, so we'll be underway in a few seconds, ladies and gentlemen. We'll rip up the track.
Get Silverstone going.
F2 is now up as well.
Is Josh filling my usual space, obviously, because I would just be racing in the red part?
Yeah, I think he is. I'm not 100% sure. He should be, yes. But yeah, also we need to talk about some of the drivers who are in tonight. Nolan, for example, and well, Nolan is a full-time driver now in EVR, by the way, just so you all know. Which is nice to see. Nolan finally getting his full-time spot. Someone is looking for Minty. The people who you're, if you need Minty, he is in the F3 stream, lads. So, just to make you aware where Minty is, he's going to be commentating over F3 tonight. Right, we just need Zach in the lobby.
Not Zach, we're waiting on Will, not Zach.
Yeah, we're waiting on Will. Everyone's in here. Right. Come on, Will. Come on, Will. Just get in here because we need to get this on the roll, boys, because we can't keep sitting here for long. We've got 19 drivers waiting, obviously, to rev their engines and get underway fully. So close to getting underway, ladies and gentlemen. Obviously, take a look at the other streams as well, as they've got underway as well. So, just look for that.
This game is loading.
This game is loading, so we're getting closer. Just be on standby, ladies and gentlemen. He'll be in any second now. Just gonna... Come on. Let's get this show on the road. This is so close. Right, he should be in now, any second now, and we'll be right underway. Right, so just to have a look, formation lap surely is on, Jack. If it's not on this time, I'll say.
Samurai.
Hopefully that doesn't do that. Is that still doing it? Nah, it's gone. Alright, it's gone. Okay. The F2 stream is titled F3. Well, I think I will change that if that's the case. I think it's already been changed for me. Yes, it has been changed for me, so that's fine. Will should be here any second. We've been waiting a long time. Longer than I expected. Right, we just need Will in here. Come on. Right, he's joining now. Let's hope this is finally it. Are we finally just about to get underway? This music is quite tense because for some reason the game has glitched me into like the customization music. No idea. And there we go. We finally have Will here. Now we can officially say we do have a full grid of drivers. Everyone now should be starting to ready up and get ready for some racing. Now we were only 20 seconds away, maybe even less. Jack should be readying up now. We should all be readying up and getting ready to go. So we've got 10 seconds, guys, and we'll be on for some F1 action. Obviously, you're surprised that perhaps I'm commentating here. Unfortunately, the usual commentator, Mr. Jack Lim, unfortunately had an emergency issue, hence why he could not commentate tonight. So I've gladly stepped in alongside Brett tonight, and hopefully we can put on a good show and obviously make up for what you miss of Jack, which obviously is probably one of the most underrated commentators I've seen in a long while. Definitely deserves the praise that he gets. So we will get underway for short qualifying as it's just loading into the session. Let's hope we don't have a session glitch, because sometimes that can happen and that would just be annoying. In the chats, people are just going to say here, we've already seen people ask for Minty, so obviously, like I said, he's commentating over F3. Montana says evening to you, Montana. Obviously leader of the championship right now here in F1, and obviously evening to everyone who has joined us for the stream tonight. Expecting a similar face to be commentating tonight. Unfortunately, not so. Unfortunately for him, it's going to be a different taste. So I'm going to see some of the fastest drivers in the league, as I'm going to just turn my game sound down there so I can hear Brett properly when it comes to it. But yeah, who's going to be the first one out on track? Is that Cometa Nolan? Yes, that is. There's actually a driver just about ahead of him. That would be the Renault, I think, of VRT Raikkonen. No, it's ILRT Jordan. So, like I usually do, I usually go on laps through the first driver out on track. So we'll just have to find out how Jordan does, because Jordan is the first man on track in his Renault. Brett, I think, has just returned to the commentary box.
Oh, I was here, I was talking to Zach.
Ah, alright. Okay, fair enough.
We have to discuss something after the stream. But we will get into the British GP qualifying here. And the guy in front of everyone is ILRT Jordan. Now, I mean, he's been showing great pace over the past few weeks in EVR F1, and it's nice to see him improve. It's definitely a treat to have him in the league, and as he is now a recently signed ILRT driver, adds a little bit more spice to him, I guess you could say.
I guess you could say that. Well, let's see what happens though. And some people say that esports teams, they drag you along the ride and obviously improve you very so much, and some people decide to go no need for an esports team, I can get better myself. We said about this new rule, by the way, about the about Stowe. It would be an interesting rule to see if you get caught out here putting a wheel off the AstroTurf and set a valid lap, you will get a qualifying ban for the next race. It sounds harsh, however, we don't want anyone cheating their way to pole position. So we're going to go on board with ILRT Jordan, as here's Raikkonen there coming out at a very awkward time. That's the awkward thing about this pit lane. However, the Renault looking pretty good right now for the first few corners.
He comes onto the straight as he goes now under the bridge right now. And brakes just in between the 100 and that 50 meter board. Taking a nice turn in. Gonna double shift, triple shift up into fourth there. And he goes now through the old straight into the old turn one, and using all the curve on the left hand side, turning on the 50 meter board, using all the track wood available, coming into Maggots and Beckett's, and then it's something and then something.
I think it's just Maggots and Beckett's, and that is the hanger straight then. So now we're coming up to Stowe, and obviously this is where we're going to see if people do listen to the advice. As Jordan here comes through the corners here, takes that perfectly through there. Nice from Jordan. Let's see what lap time he's going to be setting then. Was first lap.
Oh, that was invalid, and he's losing the back end.
Don't think it was invalid. He's got the time, but it was definitely not a time he'd be impressed with. especially after the end there, sliding about a little bit. Who we got next? I think it's out. No, it's not. Well, it's Nolan. Okay, so let's see how Nolan could do across the line. It was an invalidation lap, so it didn't matter anyway.
Paris comes into, or still in the pits. Sharp came into the pits there. Guel getting ready to set up his lap, but there's a Renault of
Raikkonen.
Yeah. Starting his lap. But Will's now coming into the final two corners.
Now let's see what he could do in the Ferrari. Haven't seen much of Will this season.
Has a very stable setup there. Coming in the final corner goes P5 with a 27.3.
That's not the lap times you want to be hitting. However, we will go on board with Gil, because Gil's now on a lap. So he looks to maybe set the pace tonight. Montana goes current pole position. Not like we've seen that a lot this season. However, we actually haven't been seeing Montana get pole most of the time, really. It's been more the fact that he's been kind of in... Well, he's been in the in sort of lucky zone in some races. And some races he's just shown pure pace to come back. And obviously the pure ambition that Montana has to obviously win in league races is just amazing. I've watched some of his streams, not even just from this league, from other leagues as well. He just shows so much dedication towards it, and that's probably why he's actually on top here right now, because of how much ambition he shows and integrity he shows to be on top. As we're watching Gil through Magnussen Beckett's almost perfect through there, but it's a bit of a poor exit.
That's going to ruin his speed going up the hanger straight here.
Well, let's see what he could do.
He's going to send it into Stowe though.
We've seen this
half of his brake pedal there. Doesn't extend as much as they could have.
Yeah, good from Gil though, making sure that
very
he's
good trailer braking though. Going
by the line as Yost just left the session there. Someone send him a mandatory, another invite if he needs one. Paris is on a lap right now. Warren's on a lap. Warren's towards the end of the lap. Let's see what he can do through the final two corners. So 1 minute 26.3 puts him in third place. So Montana still leads the way then. I think now it's only Paris on a lap right now. Oh, it's awkward through there, and I think that's his lap over. He was awkward through those corners. He'll have to go again. Who we got next? Vierti Chapelele. He's in an out lap right now. However, he will be the next guy to go onto an actual lap and a flying lap, as he just now sets up for one. Someone who is definitely quick around this circuit. Just outside the top 20 in the world around Britain. A lot of these drivers, I mean, ironically, are in the top 20 around Britain. I mean, it's not that we literally pressured them to do this on at the start of the season, to literally sweat the hell out of Britain to get towards the top, and that's what these drivers have done, and that's what this man has done. But can he show that consistency here? Something he struggled with, obviously, in EPR season 1 and again this season. Let's see how he can do. Pretty good into this corner. Just want to tap the apex there, just like he does. In this corner, you want to go a little bit wide here, and then you want a short shift like he does. Could have done probably a little bit more there and gained a little bit more time. Still good on this lap. As we head down to the old turn 1. And goes pretty much perfect through there. No invalidation. It's good, using all the track available to him. Into Maggots and Beckett's we go. It's pretty difficult through here. Sometimes you can lose traction from the bumps, and also it's quite easy to invalidate, believe it or not. He uses all the track available to him. On the hanger straight now we go, coming down to Stowe. And he's getting a lot of tow here from VRT Midnight here, so this is going to be good for Chapelele. Into the corner we go. Really good through here.
Really quick round here. As in one hub qualifying night just yesterday, he set a 26.8.
26.1. He goes top. Not probably the best lap he would have wanted. I think Midnight has stopped there. I'm stuck on Silas right now. I can't go on anyone else, so I'll just have to move down to Josh and do it that way. Josh is getting a hell of a tow down for Fruitful. This is helpful for Josh, because I think Fruitful actually isn't on a proper lap right now. Josh has got a little bit of traffic around him. However, that's actually gone to his advantage here. Into the last two corners now last 3 corners, excuse me, we go. Let's see what Josh could put in. At 1 minute 26 it's looking to be, and he goes top, beating out Chapelele. Pretty good. As top,
we know how quick he was as well last night.
Yeah, definitely.
Here, so.
All these drivers setting pace from last night, obviously, and Toxic Tomato would be another one looking to do the same. Nolan's on a lap as well. Nolan's a bit further on the lap, so we're just going to keep with Nolan just for now. Montana's on a lap as well. Is that Montana in front? Is Montana in front, so we're just going to stick with Montana quickly for now, as I'm just going to set that to Nolan, just in case. But Montana, obviously, leading the Drivers' Championship, 130 points to VRT Midnight's 88 in second place. Big battle, though, between Midnight and Raikkonen for that second place. It's Montana on the hanger straight. He's 1/10 up. At the moment, though, he's not really...
Midnight, though, coming across the line here, runs out of ERS.
It's
and
Montana.
It was invalidated.
Montana's used it well. Nolan's used it almost perfectly there. So Nolan looking to get a really good lap in here. Let's see what happens here. Kometa Nolan.
P2.
And
Montana 125.9. Nolan though was pole by 125.8.
Oh, 1 minute 25.8. Of course,
this is close.
We love to see it when Nolan just comes in and absolutely becomes a crowd pleaser and challenges Montana somewhat to victories. Let's see what Lewis could do.
Coming up to the line as well now. Goes P10 while 26.4. Not the most impressive lap from Cameron there.
Oh, Lewis not on a good lap at all. 1 minute 26.8. That's not what you want. I've definitely seen him set more pace than that. Second place in the championship though, VRT Midnight. Let's see what Midnight can do then. He's actually on an old set of tyres. We're just gonna go back to Paris then. If Midnight's up, we'll go back to him. Let's just check if he's up. He wouldn't be up anyway because he's got no ERS, so it doesn't matter. Only 3 drivers left to set a proper lap now. Oh, Paris going well wide there. I think he gets away with it though.
No, I don't think he does. I'd be very surprised if he does, but he's still going for it.
Yeah, he's going for it. He's still got
wide.
it. Oh, I think
will
he's done
affect the straight line speed, but he's keeping it.
He done the same thing as Jordan.
Big
there,
toe for one of the Renaults there.
Oh, Jordan!
The Renault, no.
Jordan there.
Did he get in the way? Yeah.
That was kind of awkward there. Jordan was just in an awkward position.
P2 there. Very close. 40 hundredths of a second to Nolan.
Let's see what Paris can do. It's 1 minute 26.1. It was invalid, as you just say.
Considering he got held up a bit, maybe that.
How's Luke gonna do here? 1 minute 25. We're looking for. No, we're not. Just off him though there from Luke. So pretty close indeed. Anyone on a natural lap? Yes, they are. VRT Warren, who's just started a lap actually, which is kind of fun because we could go on a full on board with VRT Warren. In 11th currently right now. Definitely a lot of places that he can improve though. Now 12th. I think that was Alp who's just improved his lap time. Let's see what the Racing Point driver can do then of VRT Warren. Just didn't see if he was up or down there. He was up by the tiniest amount, I believe. So let's see how he goes into this corner using his pad tonight, because the thing with Warren, he's with pad and he's with wheel at the same time. So awkward to really see which one he's faster at or which one he's doing well at. Luke's in a very awkward position here. Is he going to move out away for his teammate? He is. He's going to go on the grass as well, so he's kind of distracting himself there, but Warren goes pretty good
on the lap.
There's one to
watch.
watch.
To turn 3 now. A very nice apex.
Warren, let's see how he does. Does perfectly through there. Let's see what he can do in the last 3 corners we go. To this corner, you could definitely go quite inside there. I just noticed. A Warren with a 126.3, almost identical to his lap time. As we will go back with Chapelele, as we all know.
He's a 10th up, almost 2.
He would want to improve this. He's a 10th up through sector 1 though, which is interesting. He can continue to move. 4 minutes left, by the way, and Nolan is leading the way in terms of
one does well, keeping the pace up still, revving out 7th gear. Goes left, right, back to the left, down to 6th, down to 5th now. Getting a great exit and a great line. And then now it comes on the hanger straight, up to Stoll.
Let's see what he can do here. VRT Chapelele goes into gear 4 there. That's interesting. Oh, goes pretty well. Oh, he's come in. I think he may have invalidated there, hence why he's come in. Silas is, well, he's not on a lap. I think he's messed up his lap, maybe by spinning there.
Lewis, so on an out lap.
This is going to be interesting to see for Lewis. He's a quick driver around this circuit, I definitely know that. One of the quicker drivers around the circuit in this tier. At the moment, down in 16th place, not where he wants to be.
QVR just and Jordan also on out lap. I think just actually ahead of.
Yeah, he is. So that's going to be interesting to see. Jost. I'm so sorry. Jost is, I believe, the way you pronounce it. Looking to improve his top 10 place, maybe make it a top 5. It's very close between them. Looking at that, we're just going to take a quick look at the telemetry. Look at that. The top 15 are separated by less than 6/10. So that is absolutely amazing right there to see. Jost, though, now coming into the final few corners. Just going to start his next lap, probably his final lap as well.
I will let you know the pole time for EVR F2 is set by Flip Flop Fish, and it's a 26.1.
That would be enough for 7th place at the moment here, so that's a very good lap time.
From first to third, the gap was 56 hundredths of a second.
Here's something to look for. Look at Toxic Tomato here, giving a huge toe for Jost on the straight. This is going to be very good here for Jost. He's a little bit up, a little bit of a lock up there also as well. Didn't want to do that. Very inside.
Yeah, but allows himself to get a great turn and great grip into 4th gear as now he comes up onto the old straight to the old turn 1 now. He's going to use all the curb on the left hand side, turning in the 50-metre board with a brilliant line there, allowing himself to keep on the throttle as much as possible as he goes through Maggots and Beckett's. Raikkonen moves out the way. Into 6th, into 5th, back into 4th, giving himself the revs to maximise exit. He's 3/10 up here.
This could be interesting for Jost. Makes a little bit more here. He could potentially be leading the way. Let's see what the Haas driver can do in the final corners. Huge lock up there.
Oh, that's got to be invalid.
We'll just have to wait and see, won't we? He's up.
No!
No!
It goes 25.7.
What a lap time.
Somehow that was not invalidated. He put his whole car off track there, but what a lap.
That was an amazing lap, I must say. Two people who have not set a lap right now is Paris, who was looking... He was rather exuberant to race here tonight, and obviously Midnight as well. The person who really needs to set a lap time would be Midnight at the moment, because his championship rival Montana is in 4th place right now, and he's on a lap.
Importantly, it's Nolan is on the chase for pole position here. Extends a lot on Stowe there. Will he do the same extensions from Zeus? He does.
Let's see what he can do then, Nolan. I've just realised he's there. Oh, he's up. Nah, he's not gonna get it. Right, let's go back down to Paris then. Paris is literally on the verge of finishing his lap. He needs this one, Paris. I believe he's still on a lap. Through the final corner then, Paris. Is he going to set Hearts Alight? He's not.
P4.
P4
what about Midnight?
Needs to.
Coming on to hanger straight. But let's watch a tour also with TTG Vapor on.
Who's on that outlap right now. We need to watch Midnight though. Midnight needs this lap time. He needs it so much. Uses that perfectly there. Into the last 3 corners we go. Stowe was pretty good for Midnight.
Doesn't use all the track he could, like we've seen from the others, but comes across the line. Goes P4.
Beats out Montana. Let's see though, Montana's coming through the last corner. Look at his delta. He is literally 1,000 down. What's it going to be? He's 12 up. He doesn't beat Midnight. This is good for Midnight. Free Fall right now is on a lap as well. He's 1/10 down. Silas.
Well, G.
Oh yeah, Will, 7/10 up. Here we go then. Will probably won't be getting for pole here, but looking for a higher position. Goes P18. Not what he would love to see, and that is someone in the wall. That is Gil in the wall. Sem through the final corners, then we go. Does good through Stowe. Someone's blocking the pit lane there.
Alps quali over. LR Semno coming across the line. Can he improve?
Oh,
he
yes, he does.
P11. 26 flat. Alps finished his lap, and that is the end of quali. And what a quali it was!
Look at that. The top 10 separated by less than 3/10 there. That is absolutely amazing. And look at that, the top 15 separated still by less than 6/10, and everyone got in within 1 second except from Lewis. So that is amazing to see, really, that the top, all 19 drivers out of 20 got in within a second of each other. So this race looks to be very, very close. So obviously stay tuned for that in a couple of minutes. I'm just going to quickly have a look of how the other tiers are doing while we wait.
Well, F2 has just kicked off here. Flip Flop still leading the race. There's been no crashes at the start still. We've got 18 drivers in total.
Here we have 18 drivers. We're only missing 2 drivers overall from every tier. That is lovely to see. And obviously this tier as well, getting 20 out of 20. It's going to be an absolute amazing race to watch. We're still waiting. Who are we waiting for?
It's just time remaining. It's just running out.
Waiting for... No.
There's huge battles going on here with the likes of Tim Wentink and Chris Lorix. I do not...
Chris, I think. Well, let's have a look then. We're just about to get underway. But as we run down our grid, Yost puts it on pole position, beating out Cometa Nolan in second place, LR Fruitful in third, Midnight in fourth, Paris Burrow in fifth, NSX Montana sixth, Josh in seventh, Raikkonen eighth, ILRT Jordan ninth, VRT Warren in 10th place, and Sem in 11th, Luke 12th, Alp 13th, Chapelele with a poor qualifying in 14th, Giel 15th, Toxic Tomato in 16th, Silas in 17th, Will G in 18th, Vaporeon in 19th, and Lewis will start at the back of the grid. And it's a very close grid indeed. So let's just see what will happen in the race. Hopefully Jack has got the formation lap saved on this time. It's been 2 races in a row. He's assured me he's put it on, this time especially.
Well, we will see, but shouldn't be too surprised if this was not the case, as we do head in as we're waiting for the cars to be ready. They are on track now.
We have clouds here. We thinking about a little bit of rain for the race, I wonder. Let's see what happens. Let's see if we can spice it up.
Supposedly Nolan's lap was hindered a bit by VRT Warren.
That'd be interesting to see.
Update for F2 as the grid is so close together still right now, but the top 3 is now Flip Flop Fish in first, Sam in second, VRT Lyronics in third. Matt is now out the podium positions.
Ta-da! We have a formation lap in F1 finally. For some reason the FIA, I don't know who runs the button thing now to put the lights on. I don't know who runs it now. However, he's finally fixed his, I guess, things up and has decided to obey what Midnight has wanted, and that was a formation lap. And we have a formation lap, so the drivers can now fully prepare their tyres and obviously warm them up, and also their brakes as well, warm them up, and maybe as well take a little tour of the circuit, maybe try and pick your line a little bit. It's not usually what you do on a formation lap, however it is a lap maybe to explore the track a little bit, kind of, but obviously within the track limits, of course. But yeah, Yost will start from pole position. Not had the brightest season, however, Jos can really turn this around, maybe with a potential victory on the cards here tonight in his Haas. And obviously Kometa Nolan racing in 2 races this season, won both of them, and obviously showing he has the pace to potentially win a 3rd race of the season. Fruitful looking for his first victory in EVR. He's had a very good start to the season, however has not picked up that win like Raikkonen, Midnight and Nolan and Montana has, but Fruitful is one of those who you would think is next in line. Midnight, of course, looking to catch up with Montana in the championship. If any way he's going to do it, he'll have to try and get through the pack tonight and maybe take the win. Paris, obviously, in his 2nd race as well here in EVR, starts 5th place. Had a little bit of a difficult qualifying, however, the race is looking quite strong for the Toro Rosso driver. So that is your top 5 for tonight. And obviously other drivers to mention here to watch out for tonight is obviously Raikkonen 7, Montana, and obviously watch out for the likes of Sem as well, who we've seen in the past could definitely get through the grid. Chapelele as well is another one to watch from the back there. Gil as well, maybe Toxic Tomato as well can slice through the grid, and obviously
just
we know
an update as well. F3, your leaders are Sector in P1, BJ in P2, and PMP Crimson in P3. We have had 1 retirement that has been D by Dan.
Oh,
and I think that's overall.
Daniel's return didn't last long, did it? Unfortunately, I feel bad for Daniel.
We've only had 1 retirement, but who's doing the start? Are you doing it? Am I doing it?
I'll do the start. I love doing the start. We enjoy always doing the start as we just wait for all the lights to come on. They're now on. We've got 3 lights on, 4 lights on. We have now got full 5 lights on. We are now underway for this race. Jos gets a good start. Nolan probably gets a bit of a poor start here. Does Fruitful get a better start? Yes, he does. Nolan does have the inside line. It's going to be close here. Nolan kind of put Fruitful out the way there. So Nolan still stays 2nd place, pushes Fruitful off though, kind of there. Jos gets an amazing start after start. A little bit of debris in the background there. That's Lucas. That was Chapelele, who's spun around.
Missing an end plate.
I don't know what's happened there. Toxic Tomato, or Cameron, or whoever you want to call him, has also, I think, picked up something there with Chapelele. That's funny to see. That
Cameron with no damage. I'm trying to see if anyone else has any damage here.
There's an end plate's flying.
Yep. TTG Vaporon missing a lot of the left side of his wing there.
Oh.
That's more than just an end plate.
You have a safety car, so that's going to be interesting to see which drivers
wing's fine.
Can get back into it.
So 2 drivers with damage, but luckily safety car comes out and saves the day for the Red Bull and the Toro Rosso.
All I'm going to say is, I'm going to say this right now, Jos got an absolutely amazing start off the line there compared to Nolan.
There's pad traction on a start, mate, is unbelievable.
Well, let's not call that out, shall we? Maybe that's what caused the incident. Obviously, drivers in a mixture of pad and wheel, which obviously may have been, because of the short straight here, may have been possibly the real reason for a little bit of clashing. However, we will never know.
Paris comes in, no one faked it.
This is going to be interesting then. Paris is going to come into the pits. Why is Paris coming in, I wonder? Maybe looking for some...
could he go into the mediums?
What track is this? This is a 1-stop or 2-stop for Britain. Soft medium. Can the mediums make it for the end here? That's
he's on question. The hards. He's on the he's on the hards. He's going to the end.
Let's see what Paris can do then on the hard tyres.
Everyone that was on the
Montana, Fruitful have all done that. Raikkonen as well have gone in to the pits to fit on those tyres. This is good for them. Who else has gone on the hards there? We see Chapelele, Toxic Tomato on the hards, and we also see Vaporeon on the hards. So a lot of people going on the hards, but Midnight, Nolan, Jos, they all decide to stay out. Josh as well. All these guys have decided to stay out in the end. So half the grid think it's better to go onto the hards to the end now, except from Warren, who's gone the mediums. Interesting.
Let's see. The person with the best start has been Silas and Will G, making 8 positions overall in the race so far. But more importantly, let's talk about the tyre compound. Sam, Guil and Will and Alp are all on mediums. That's the tyre they've started on, and they've gained throughout the people pitting. all the people deciding to stay on the softs, yes, it may be a good idea, as there's probably a high probability of another safety car, but it's a risk that they've taken to stay out on track for track position here. Them hard tyres will be god awful though on pace, but I don't see these soft drivers coming back if there's not going to be any sort of safety car.
Could Sem be a potential early favourite here then? Because obviously these drivers on the soft tyres, they're not going to last as long as the mediums, and if this safety car stays out for, well, it's going to stay out for another lap, these softs can probably go around, what, like 12 laps or something, 10 to 12 laps, I'm not 100% sure, don't get me wrong. However, if you think about it, these mediums, if Sem can keep up with Jordan in front, he's got a really good chance here, because obviously at the end he's probably going to go for a soft sprint, and obviously these guys in the back are going to stick with the hards, and obviously the guys on the softs will be on the mediums. So I'm wondering now, is Sem in a really good position here to maybe potentially get a win or a podium here? He's done it before, so that just makes me wonder, see what Sem does. So who else have we got? Who has come into the pits? It's down to 12th to 20th, I think. Only Warren has decided to go for the mediums. Everyone else goes to hard tyres. It's going to be interesting for Warren as well. Can he stretch those mediums towards the end? Is probably a question that more people will be asking. So we're just going to wait and see. Nolan in second place right now with Midnight, who's behind him. Midnight trying to catch up with Montana. Montana down in 15th at the moment, so Montana in a rather difficult situation here down towards the back. You've got to also look at the fact that these guys are coming to the pits. They've got a lot of traffic ahead of them, and especially with Montana as well, he's behind a lot of hard drivers, and Montana would like to get through them quickly if he was to think about maybe challenging Jack towards the end of the race, or Midnight, whichever one you want to call him. I call him Jack because obviously I know these drivers pretty well. I know most of the drivers pretty well indeed.
Oh, look, not noticing the grid slowing down there and almost smashes right into the back of the LR7 there.
Yeah, it's the problem with safety cars. Sometimes drivers do tend to either slow down or drivers seem to just lose awareness a little bit when behind drivers and start to lose wings a little bit, which can be a little bit aggravating for both sides of the party, because obviously for the side of the party where the driver's lost the front wing, they'll be obviously annoyed because they'll most likely have to pit. However, the other side would be a bit aggravated, what is why the driver hasn't communicated well. However, we're not going to worry about that too much, because no one has seemed to do that tonight. As Yost,
the safety car is on this lap.
When will Yost go is the question. Gonna go on board. Is he gonna go here? He's not gonna go here, so I think he might stretch out till he goes through. I'm guessing this is a chicane.
Right here, he's gonna do it right here.
Yep. Here he goes. Here we go. Good start. Good start. Gets well away from Nolan here. QVR Yost.
He's got to get that second gap. That's just goal
crucial
in this. Midnight's going to put the pressure on Nolan though. Going into turn 3 now, trying to set up a move.
Oh.
Dives it down the inside. No,
nah.
Nolan is a late breaker as well and defends pretty nicely. Josh in P4 here, just watching the battle ensue in front of him. Jordan though also kind of falling away from Josh. Sam is doing well on the mediums, doesn't really hinder him on the start too much. Vertigo well, diving it. No, doesn't commit fully to the overtake. But it definitely has the pace as he sets a purple sector one there on the first safety car restart.
Yeah,
Still is so on the soft, wanting to put the pressure on the McLaren driver.
Oh, Yost has got a pretty good start away. Nolan's getting a little bit away from Midnight now. This is not what Midnight wants to see, because he's got a little bit of pressure behind from Josh here. Perhaps Josh maybe wants to go for a move, perhaps in a short while. Probably doesn't want to get it here because there's no DRS here. However, Josh will close into Midnight. Midnight knows he'll be there potentially in a couple of laps. Luke as well, probably looking to put pressure on Sem. And a little bit further back as well, we've got Montana. Montana's going for a move. No, he doesn't. Backs out of it just about towards the end there, but definitely looked at Lewis there for P14. So Montana already looking to make up places. Nolan just behind, 4 tenths behind Yost at the moment, but not catching up too much. So Yost is looking pretty comfortable at the moment. However, Nolan definitely knows where to put the gear in the right place. He definitely knows how to get the boat rolling, I guess you want to say, but I do not know.
VRT Midnight is kind of the anchor for the rest of these drivers behind him, as he's the one trying to stay in the slipstream of the front two. He's the one pulling the rest of the guys up, but he's struggling to stay with Nolan at the moment.
Yeah, I think it's just the sheer pace, race pace that Nolan has. Like we've seen it before, not just here but in other leagues as well. Nolan just has an extremely good race pace, and obviously built in with his quali pace as well. He's almost like a full package, pretty much, Nolan is, and that's why Yost is going to have a difficult time in this race, defending from him. He's doing pretty well at the moment. Nolan a little bit slidey through there, but definitely fine. Yost made a little bit of time on him there when
so
the DRS comes in.
Midnight made a little bit of time on Nolan as they all go up the hanger straight now. Jordan looking to put the pressure on Josh here as they go in to Stowe. No. Josh not as committed as Jordan is, and he doesn't track extend like the rest are doing. Probably why we're seeing him lose a bit of time compared to the front guys. Look, now trying to put the pressure on Sem, the highest medium runner. I was trying to get my words out there, but Goel is also finding great pace on the medium tyres here, now piling on the pressure into Luke as he's gonna. No, doesn't dive it, but
too far back.
Setting up a move.
I think there's DRS now on his lap, I say. Yes, there is. So this is going to be interesting to see for Luke's sake. But let's look for Nolan's sake. Is Nolan going to look for a move on Yost? I don't think so. So I think so. Yost locks up a little bit at the front there.
Midnight's at purple sector 1 there. He's really pushing for it. He's trying to keep with them, and he has closed the gap a bit. Josh and Jordan though side by side here.
Ooh.
With a little bit of a squeeze from Josh, but they're keeping it very clean as they head up the old straight into the old turn 1. Will Josh hold it down the inside? No, he doesn't. And he's going to go a bit wide.
Yeah,
it seems like the tyres may be going off for him at the moment.
Got to be careful through them corners. You can't go side by side through there. And very intelligent racing from the two of them.
We could see Sam come back now at Josh because he is on mediums, which will be getting a lot fresher than these soft tyres.
Look at Nolan, he's coming up the inside of Yost, and looks like Nolan's taking the lead of this race, but is Yost going to try and do the switch back? Nolan parks the car in the right position.
The corner.
Is he going to go for it?
No, he's not. There, he's going to wait for it.
He's going to wait a little bit longer, but look how much
cannot let him run though, he can't let him breathe. He's got to stick right in the back, but lose a bit of traction there. Now it's not allowing Midnight's going to try and go down the inside into turn 1 here, but is this really what he wants to do? No, he backs out. I think these two, Just and Midnight, have got to work together here. Stick with Nolan.
Well, yeah, they definitely know the pace of Nolan. They know the pace of Nolan, what Nolan's like. So we're going to stick to the front again, though. I don't know why I looked towards the back there. I saw Montana was closing in on someone. I thought he was on a straight. No, but let's see what Yost can do. Yost has got to stick with him. He's closing in with him a little bit, but Yost has not closed in enough. That's not what he wants to see. But through the corner here, Nolan's just getting better through here, but perhaps the drivers should do, now that they're behind on it, is perhaps try and copy what Nolan's doing through the circuit, through the corners and everything, and try and follow him as much as they can do. Like, get on the pace, maybe even faster than he does. Try and risk things, because they all know how quick Nolan can get away when he's in that clean air. He's already 4 tenths clear of Yost. Yost is closing in with him. Seems like Yost is stronger though through Maggots and Beckett's here. He's a little far back. Is he going to maybe challenge a move? He's not going to close in enough. Midnight perhaps? No, he doesn't. There's something going on with Alp. Will's left the session there. Alp has lost a lot of positions here. Paris is retired. Paris is retired from the session there. I don't know what's happened to Paris.
He's got wing damage.
No clue why Paris left anyway. Toxic Tomato.
People were battling hard up by Lewis and that, so that might have been the reason here.
Alp has lost a lot. Alp has lost a lot as well, but let's have a look then to see what goes on here. Will's left the session. I think Will has disconnected, perhaps there, but Fruitful in 10th place. He's nowhere near anyone. There's a bit of a battle for 7th right now between Gil, Luke and Silas. See, they've all got DRS here, which is not going to be helpful because Sem has given DRS there. Will was dropping positions now, like flies drop. Let's see if anyone can keep up with Nolan. Yost is keeping up with him. However, he's not getting close enough to make a realistic move, and that's not what he wants to hear. Let's see if he can keep with Nolan. Maybe catch up through these corners, through Maggots and Beckett's. It's pretty well through there. Nolan probably a little bit slow through that final part of it. It just doesn't really make too much of an improvement, and Nolan's just sitting there at the moment. And Silas makes a move on
getting
Luke.
very close to VR2 Warren, but yeah, Luke seemed to have fallen back there. Maybe they lost the back end or something. Guel though putting the pressure on Sem, doesn't go for the move here, but it looks like he's going to get it possibly into turn 1 or turn 3 here.
Yeah,
turn 3 being a very heavy braking zone.
Luke's gone in the pits, so has Luke got wind damage of some sort there? I wonder.
Tires are going off, probably. That's why. Medium versus medium runner here. Guel and Sem. Guel's getting a great run down the inside into turn 3. He goes, locks up on the right tyre. They're going to squeeze out Sem. Sem holds it. Good driving from the pair of them, and great to keep it on track there from Sem.
Oh, Chapalele has moved down positions there. I don't know if that's just Cameron overtaking him there, but he moved down position quite dramatically.
Because Cameron was right by Dylan.
Oh, look at Montana.
He might have lost the back end.
Montana with Lewis here. Needs to be careful though, because look at Warren
try
just
and get
behind.
a better run here. Lewis goes wide. Montana looking to cut him, but doesn't, and backs out of the battle. But it's allowing Warren to get right into the back of him. Warren putting the pressure on Lewis and Montana, and he's there to take the spoils of this fight.
Let's have a look then. Lewis into turn 9 then, and down obviously to one of the most famous S sections obviously in motorsport. Let's see if he can get an advantage over Montana. It's looking pretty close right now towards the back here.
Trying to stick with Nolan here, and it's important he does so because we know Jack's just going to take it quite easily.
But look at Montana.
When he loses the DRS.
Montana there around the inside line.
Down the inside. Keeps it clean, good fighting from Lewis and Montana here, but it's Warren is right sitting there, but Montana back down the inside. Lewis holds it around the outside, going to pinch him out wide a bit.
Oh, it's close.
Oh, free wide. It was free wide into the final corner there.
Look at this battle here though. Look, 5 cars involved in this battle. And look how close everyone is.
Warren squeezes Chapalele out.
Montana.
Cameron looking to fight. Montana back down the inside, making a bit of contact. And Toxic Tomato's going to come round.
Oh, he's got it. He's got the inside after all that.
What a switchback.
No, not Montana. I'm literally running out of names right now. Toxic Tomato comes out of nowhere to take 8th place, and Lewis remains
back down
9th.
the inside now of Montana. Montana was a bit
where
wide.
Where has Chapalele come from? Look at where Raikkonen is now.
Round the outside.
Go on, Chap. Here
Doesn't get it there. Doesn't have the grip yet. But it's going to get the run down to the old turn 1. Can he get it on here? He's gaining. Not enough speed yet. They turn into the 50-meter board.
Lucas lost a little bit.
Montana goes a bit wide there. That could have costed him a warning here. We know warnings are going to be crucial for how close the grid is here. Josh and Welty has a left car, I forgot.
Oh, Montana made a few mistakes.
Losing to Guelda now. He's trying to stick with Cameron.
Look at Chapalele. Chapalele might be urging for a move here on Montana down the inside. Is he going to go for it? Oh, he's not backing out. Oh,
very close there.
He decided to back out last second there. Look at Lewis then trying to keep up. Oh, Sem's... Wait, no. Who's in the pits? Yost is in the pits. Oh, Silas as well as in the pits.
And Nolan.
So who's going to come out in front of him?
All the sub-runners are in now.
There's Nolan. I think Nolan's been held... not Nolan. I think Yost has been held up by Nolan. There. I think... Nolan's going to get a rather gap. Now it's time for Midnight to push now. Doesn't seem to be doing it at the moment. He's in 0 ERS. Sem and Gil are going pretty strong at the moment though, in 2nd and 3rd. However, this battle down at the back here for, I think now, what is it, 5th place? And there's a massive gap from 5th. There's not a massive gap at all from 5th down to 11th here. So we're looking for a really good battle ahead. And obviously all these guys are hard runners except from Warren at the moment. So...
Goel and Sem making their way, well, high up the grid now with a big gap right back down to Fruitful with 5 seconds. Lewis sticking with Cameron, that's very crucial to his race, but Chapelele also keeping the pressure on Montana. Raikkonen losing a bit of time to his fellow VRT driver of Chapelele.
Oh, Chapelele. Montana easily had the better exit through there. He also had much more super exit, so unfortunately for Chapelele, will not be making the move anytime soon on Montana. But anyway, back to the front of this train, then we've got Toxic Tomato. We've now got Midnight pitting, so this is going to be interesting to see. Has Midnight got the overcut work? Does the overcut work on this track, I wonder? We look back to Nolan. Nolan's come around the final 2 corners. Jack is now in his stop. Jack's now coming out, I think. Is he now coming out? He's now coming out.
Oh, but T2G Vaporon squeezes out Raikkonen and Raikkonen comes back on track. And Warren's also down the inside.
Oh no, Nolan's beat Midnight out of it. Never mind. I thought for a moment it was going to be a really close one, but it looked not to be. But look at Chapelele then. They're on the outside. Oh, Warren. What a move there for Chapelele. Moving up to 9th place and replacing Warren. Warren's just going to slot back in. Look at Raikkonen.
Dives in.
Oh,
very good move there.
Oh,
late on the brakes. Very, very late on the brakes. But that kind of went very wrong. Risky, but rewarding for Raikkonen.
Yost has overtaken Midnight here. It is a battle for the ages. A battle for technically 2nd place here between Yost and Midnight, as Nolan has now got a 1.7 second gap ahead of these two. Nolan, though, obviously a driver definitely not prone to any sort of mistakes. He's a man who doesn't make mistakes at all. Concentrates
We've
to his
seen only
fullest.
a couple of laps ago that this gap between now Raikkonen and Montana was... They were all together, but now the gap is going to 3 seconds due to their crucial battling.
Vaporeon made a little bit of a mistake there, and that's open room for Chapelele.
Oh! Hits the back of Chapelele there.
Yeah, I think
very late on the brakes and locks up, and he's gonna spin!
Yeah, that's Vaporeon.
Keeps out of the wall though. Good save from the Toro Rosso driver.
Oh, he's got to be careful on the track though. Getting back on the track, doesn't want to cause any more incidents. However, Chapelele is now going to close in on Raikkonen. Chapelele 3 tenths behind Raikkonen, but look at Montana closing in this battle for 4th now. Let's just say this right now also, this is a battle where these guys are not yet, they shouldn't need to pit again. So right now, it's Nolan who's got to do all the hard work, and at the moment, technically, you can argue Fruitful is leading the way. So at this current point, Fruitful is on for the win, and he's 4 tenths ahead as well.
Nolan's going to have to battle through not only tons of drivers, to be exact, 5 drivers, and also about 10 seconds, 18 seconds worth of time.
Yeah, it's going to be difficult for Nolan, and obviously Toxic Tomato still in 4th place. He's nowhere near Fruitful. Lewis, though, is dropping back a little bit. Montana, once again, Montana trying to close it with Lewis. Almost had a massive mistake in the background there, but look at this for Chapelele. Chapelele looking for an easy move on Raikkonen, and it looks like Chapelele does take it.
Raikkonen comes back to a bit more speed.
I'm going to say here, though,
I want to talk about Jordan, though. He's closed the gap back up to QVR Juice and VRT Midnight, who haven't really fallen off of It's Nolan yet. They're kind of, I mean, they've actually gained on Nolan.
Well, they're going to be in a DRS train at the moment, and maybe Midnight would probably be helping just here. All 3 of them helping each other to try and catch up with Nolan, obviously, who's 5 seconds behind Warren, so it doesn't look like Nolan's going to get any DRS anytime soon. So they've got that to their advantage. However, is Nolan going to perhaps push in a minute? That's what we're going to say. Is he just not looking for a push at the moment? However, he's on the hard tyres and Midnight's on the mediums. They're all on the mediums, so they should be faster right now than Nolan. It's just if they can get the job done. So Nolan does pretty well through the corners here. And Chapelele is off into the gravel there in sector 2 there. So Chapelele has made, I think, another mistake. He's got a 10-second time penalty for exceeding track limits. I'm probably going to get rid of that. However, that's not good for Chapelele because he'll have to pit again. Raikkonen in 7th place now, all alone. He's got Warren behind, who took a lot of dirt up on that track. Let's look at this battle then for 4th place. Look at Lewis, very close to Toxic Tomato here. It's a battle for 4th place and what could potentially be a battle for 2nd place at the moment. I said about Fruitful at the start, he's on for the victory at the moment. Just have to wait and see what happens. It's Lewis five tenths down from Toxic Tomato. Montana 3 tenths behind Lewis here. Is Montana going to close in enough on Lewis in the next couple of corners? I don't know, but he definitely has the opportunity to. Jordan then closing in on Just, and like you said, he's closing in on these two guys who are battling for the lead. Midnight needs a good result here. However, Montana doesn't look like he's going to pit again, which is a huge blow hit really for Midnight. However, it doesn't look like Montana's got all the way with it just about yet. He's got Lewis in front of him. He's struggling to get past Lewis at the moment. Let's see what he can do then. Montana in 6th place currently. It should become for a battle for the podium then between these 3 drivers. Raikkonen is now 4 seconds behind and is not closing in with anyone. Let's see what Montana can do. Is Lewis gonna take the worst line? No, he doesn't. He actually gets out there way better than he does, and I think he's also got out there better than Toxic Tomato. Whether
he is gaining more straight line speed as well due to the DRS. Guel into the pits, so the first of the original medium runners.
So leave Fruitful.
Stays out.
Leave Fruitful in the lead. Not Montana. Nolan getting slightly away from Midnight now. So now I think Nolan's starting to find the heat in those hard tyres, and these guys are starting to fall back a little bit now. However, Geel is going to be on the soft tyres. So let's see what Geel can do, because he could snatch quite a bit here from Nolan. Nolan moves up to 8th place, and so does Midnight. But if you think about here, Geel is on for a run, maybe to spoil the party for Josh, perhaps, or some people around that area. But these runners at the front, they may get attacked by these guys behind soon. We've already seen that with Nolan, who's really on the pace at the moment. 3.8 seconds now behind Warren. It was 5 seconds about 2 laps ago, so he's starting to catch up to Warren, and those medium tyres are starting to go for Warren as well. I'm going to say Warren about 5,000 times in the next sentence. However, let's not worry about that too much, as Lewis gets away from Montana. Montana doesn't get the best exit out of turn 9 here, but look at Lewis here, right behind Toxic Tomato, and if he can get a good exit out of this final corner of Maggie's and Beckett's. Oh, Lewis! He's on the verge of almost losing it. I'm not sure why you were laughing, but look at Montana then, round the outside.
Go on Twitter's trending. I'll commentate. Montana around the outside of Lewis here, and he's gonna battle hard. He goes back down the inside, pinching Lewis onto the curb, and Lewis has to back out. Did you see it?
Yeah.
What do you think?
Well, that's a rather interesting thing. I wouldn't expect that to be trending on Twitter. Oh well. I wonder why that is trending. I wonder who's got that one trending.
When you click into it, it's one guy with half of it fully muscular and one skinny side to him.
Oh, don't. Stop talking about this. This is not the conversation we talk about, alright, on stream. If anyone has checked Twitter now, you'll know what we're about. Anyway, let's just get back to the action. I was going to say, because I saw a lot of things to do with that earlier today. I was like, what the hell is going on? This world is really in a mess right now. However, Lewis now fighting for 3rd place. And look at Fruitful though, 4 seconds ahead of Toxic Tomato. Only 9 laps left to go. We go back towards Nolan. Nolan's got past... Nolan's moved up to 7th now because of the soft runners coming in. Warren though is closing in on Raikkonen as well, but Nolan's closing in on those. Just is catching with Nolan, keeping with Nolan, but not enough to get into DRS. He's closing in a lot though, which makes me wonder. Toxic Tomato has been overtaken by Montana.
It's a case of here. No one can make one tiny little mistake, and he's gonna have 3 drivers right on him.
Yeah, and obviously 3 drivers
pushing to just through the corners right now.
Well, look at this then. Toxic Tomato. I think he just got overtaken by Montana on the Hanger Straight. So Montana is now looking to get away, and I think Montana
just in the
is clean
second.
there. Just as in the second. Oh my word, he's catching up to him, and Jordan setting the fastest lap as well. This is good size, ladies and gentlemen, because we may have thought Nolan may be getting away with a 7th place here. We may see a battle for the 7th place here as Yost, Jordan, Midnight all closing in on him. Just keep up to date with this, and Yost is now going to have DRS. This is going to be very interesting.
Keep an eye on Ghoul here, because he can really impact these guys' races as he's flying at the moment, about to overtake Josh M at the moment.
Yeah, well, he's closing in on Josh. Let's see what happens. Going back to this battle.
And the DRS train between, realistically, maybe the top 4 drivers, or the fastest 4 drivers in this tier around this track, become a DRS train once again.
Look
Jordan keeping the pressure on, so is Midnight. Midnight's got the biggest gap in this little small 4-man group.
It's closing in on Nolan. I'm just going to tell you that
close
now.
it in.
Just is closing in. However, none of these have got too much ERS here, which may be a problem. Nolan hasn't even got that much ERS here. Look at this. Yost is actually really closing in on Nolan. I'm just looking at this lap times.
I've just noticed Nolan's on the hard.
Yeah, Nolan is on the hard tyres. I did say that earlier. And Jordan again setting the fastest lap. There's yellow flags set to 1. That is Toxic Tomato.
Cameron.
He's made a mistake through there, and he's out of this race.
Virtual safety car allows these guys to save the ERS, get their full pace back again.
That's the thing, who can save the best? We've only got 7 laps to go. Is anyone thinking about coming to the pits? There's somebody thinking about coming to the pits. It is Alpamet K. However, the problem with that is it's the fact that he's so far behind. It's not really too much of a point. However, going for the fastest lap will steal that point away from the particular driver who's got the fastest lap right now, which would be Jordan. Who was really pushing away.
Not helping Gorilla though.
Yeah, that's one person who has been affected by this. One person this has helped.
I mean, look at how the ERS has just went up for all of these guys now. They're sitting in the 40%. But we're about to get back underway. Here we go.
Oh,
Jordan with
Jordan.
5-second penalty, exceeding track limits. That could be removed though. It wasn't instant and it wasn't really thingied. And Midnight with a drive-through, speeding under the virtual safety car. Now this is something we've noticed when you do the whole, when you speed at the end of the virtual safety car, the host of the session always gets penalised.
Oh, Nolan got bare exit. Nolan might even have some DRS here, which is going to be really unfortunate. And Midnight's out. Midnight's retired from the session.
He's retired in the pits because he got a drive for.
I think he's just out of frustration there. Oh, there's I think a little bit. Oh, there's a migrating host. He's left the session. You don't leave the session, Jack, because that causes things such as lobby glitches can happen. Mustn't leave the session. So something that happened with Yost and Jordan there that looked like Yost just brake checked Jordan. It didn't, but let's see what happens.
Any wing damage? No.
No. It wasn't anything.
They've caught up to a small battle for 4th here against Warren and Reichen.
Warren could play either Yost's friend, Jordan's friend, or they could just let Nolan by. However, we know here for a fact that these two guys are not going to let Nolan go through just as easy. They're fighting for position here, all 5 of them, and obviously Dylan in the front of this train. Raikkonen probably looking the quicker driver right now, but Nolan just behind, closing in. And look at the amount of grip Nolan has compared to the drivers behind. And look at this then, for 4th place. It's going to be a battle of the ages.
Just and Jordan, they can easily take Nolan's position here if he goes for a fight. Raikkonen down the inside of Warren, though he's not giving up. He doesn't want to be overtaken by the Mercedes, but
look at Nolan! Nolan's coming!
Huge dive bomb, almost smashed into the back of Raikkonen. Warren with a switchback trying to hold it around the outside there.
It's not going to work. Nolan's got by. Is he going to let Yost by? Yost is very close to him. He's going to back out.
He's not going to let him by. He's holding the position.
There's something going on here with the lobby, by the way.
Yeah, I know. It's a bit of a lag spike. We'll have words with Jack.
I think Jack should have stayed in the session. That's what you're supposed to do. But obviously he's frustrated. And Warren not giving Yost any space here. Yost is now under attack from the Renault driver just behind.
As they're losing sight of Nolan.
Oh, but
Raikkonen doesn't fight Nolan too much.
Raikkonen almost clipped the back of Nolan there. Needed to be careful a little bit. Looks like Fruitful's going to win this race at the end of this. It looks pretty dominant. We haven't seen much of Fruitful, but I said at the start about the Williams driver, I praised that he's one of those drivers who looks to be going on for a win this season, but hasn't yet got one. And it looks like he's now going for it finally. Let's see what Raikkonen can do. Can he catch up to Nolan? Oh, look at...
Just needs to get past Dylan here.
He knows he's faster.
It would have been smart if Dylan possibly let Just by and just could have pulled him up, and I think that is what he's going to do.
This is now going to be very interesting to see what Yost could do, and obviously Jordan as well. Jordan heads through on Warren as well. So these two drivers who are trying to close in on Nolan hasn't been affected too much since Kimi is still there, and Nolan's still under threat from Kimi. However, these two drivers will obviously have to get by Kimi as much as possible. Kimi could decide to get by Nolan here, so it's going to be a real battle for the ages here to see who gets 4th place. And Lewis at the moment is on for an unlikely podium. The man who started, what was it, P18 at the moment, is looking for a podium. Let's see what he can do. Montana looking for 2nd place right now.
Well, Nolan is on the chase here, so Lewis, get them tyres spinning, because you're being chased down by a very frightening baguette.
Anyway, well, let's watch out for Raikkonen as well. Raikkonen sticking with Nolan right now, but we've obviously got Yost.
Crucial 3-second penalty there.
Oh, I don't think Nolan's got a penalty.
Just with me and saying crucial this race, by the way.
I have no
Can we
idea.
get a counter, please?
When the counter would be
Jordan,
about 900.
Sticking with the pack, Warren letting both of them by, and I think his position is away, and he's out the battle with 20 lap old mediums. I don't even think he's going to make it to the end of the race on these compound, which is crucial to his race. Raikkonen on the back of Nolan still, not letting him breathe, not letting him go, and the Mercedes driver is trying to pull up to Lewis. I mean, this is helping Raikkonen. Raikkonen's gonna gain a position most likely out of this as he goes through the final corners. Just here, not able to really do much against Raikkonen as the tyres maybe come to a bit of a stage where they're the same as the hard tyres.
Look at this. It's a massive train here. Is Raikkonen even going to try go for a move for Nolan here? He's quite close with Nolan. He's got a lot of ERS as well.
Is there really a point? Because Nolan is pulling him up the grid.
There is a point, really, actually, because Raikkonen is obviously looking to get second.
Oh, just hit the back of Raikkonen.
Oh, someone's hit Just as well. Oh my god. That was a rather awkward sequence there. I think Raikkonen put both drivers off, and I think Jordan has made a little bit of a mistake and has accidentally took Just there, which I think Just obviously that's probably just a chain reaction. That must be just a chain reaction, and unfortunately for Just,
I think he's just tried to slow down to maybe let Raikkonen get back on his feet there.
Raikkonen has lost a lot of ground though to Nolan. Nolan now got that free air. Is he going to now try push? He is pushing now to try and get with the Alfa Romeo driver who's looking for his first podium of the season, and actually his first points of the season.
It put Raikkonen a bit out of sync actually, because now he's lost that DRS and now he's possibly not going to be gaining on Lewis.
Well, we'll have to wait and see. Nolan's catching up rather considerably quick, but the man of the hour right now is Fruitful, who's ran an absolutely stunning race right now. Montana has not been able to close. Like the championship leader who's going into this race with loads of momentum is not being able to close with the Williams driver. Lewis in 3rd place, Kometa Nolan in 4th. He's closing in considerably quickly on Lewis though. Raikkonen in 5th place, Jordan in 6th. Jordan's actually closing back with Raikkonen. Strategy for Sem and Giel actually has not worked in the end. I thought it would have worked, but it's not worked, so
I think the tyres just don't last enough, and you kind of need that first few laps to keep up with the pack, and the mediums maybe just didn't offer it.
I think
they needed to stick with the likes of Midnight and stuff, because LR kind of just kept falling back from them. He got in a great position and then couldn't stick with them.
Lewis is falling back. Nolan is definitely on the hunt, and obviously look at the tyres, how long they've stretched for Lewis as well compared to Nolan. Nolan looking for maybe the podium on the next lap. We know how defending Lewis
on
could
the
be.
chase. BRT Warren and Goel fighting as Goel gets past the Racing Point driver.
As Gil looking to get 7th place then. May even seem to charge for 6th if a little bit of a mistake is made. Lewis though is going to be fighting with Nolan.
Jordan has fallen off the pace a bit for Raikkonen. But Nolan, the game's on his hand right now. He's got the DRS, he can make the move whenever he wants here.
Look at this, he's got the DRS like you said. He's going to make a move probably almost immediately here. Cometa Nolan right beside Lewis here. Lewis doesn't even defend, he knows he's probably got to give it up anyway.
No, but tries to switch back, gets a better grip. Gonna try it around the outside, but doesn't get it done.
Nolan holds the track.
Loses out on the podium. He could have had a win and a podium tonight. That would have been amazing to see.
Obviously for Lewis's sake, obviously trying to get back on track. I mean, it's still just off a podium. We never know. I didn't see Nolan get a penalty. However, I've not seen Lewis get penalties tonight. We could still see Lewis charge for a podium. Nolan could obviously make a mistake. He's not invincible. I wouldn't have expected him to be invincible. We've shown it tonight that he's not invincible to winning. However, he has charged back rather exponentially well. However, Lewis is coming back at Nolan. He's not going to try anything just yet. He doesn't want to try anything too much, but he definitely wants to get on the throttle as early as possible. Maybe to look for a move as soon as possible in the next couple of corners. Yellow flags is set to 2. I think that's Luke. Or is that Warren? That would be Luke, who's gone off the track in 13th place. But look at Nolan, we're on the final lap of course, and we've got Fruitful still in a commanding lead and will win this race unless any mistake. We see Lewis still fight with Nolan. He's probably got a few more chances. We've actually got rain starting to pour down right now. We won't get the rain affecting top drivers too much. However, we've got rain coming down on the final lap. Maybe this could be good for Lewis if Lewis could just have the better run on Nolan soon. However, he's almost looking rather worse than what Nolan is, almost sliding the car around the corner and spinning it, not what he wants to do. However, we look towards the final few corners as we can see the crowd probably applauding that Fruitful is going to win this race. There's a few more corners to go for the Williams driver, who's probably been waiting a long time really for his first win of the season, and now it looks like he's just about to get it here with Montana 5 seconds behind. It doesn't look likely anyone's going to beat out this man who's gone 24 laps on the hard tyres, and we've got 3 more corners left to go until he sees the checkered flag. LR Fruitful for Williams takes the victory here tonight, and I guess for the constructors wise saves VRT Midnight for tonight, but LR Fruitful takes the 25 points, and I don't know if he takes the 26. Alp takes the
second
point,
though.
he doesn't take
big.
point.
Nolan crossed the line in P3, Lewis P4 with a huge sum of penalties. Raikkonen takes P4. Jordan may actually take P5. Goel takes P5.
Gil takes P5. Jordan says P7.
Josh takes P7.
Josh takes P8. Jordan P9. Warren P10. And Sem takes P8 there. Sem with an amazing finish across the line then for Silas in 12th place. Luke, unfortunately, in 13th place.
Alp, Will G with a disconnect. But what a spectacular race there that was. So intense, heart-dropping moments. I mean, I don't think the heart was never not beaten. That was so intense that I don't think anybody could breathe at any point.
There were not many. There was so much action on tonight. It was probably one of the best races I've ever commentated on. That's a little bit different to what happened last year. Obviously, we've seen the same sort of thing happen with the dominant leader. However, in the midfield, definitely there was a lot of action, and obviously, I mean, halfway through the race, you wouldn't have been able to call the other 2 podium positions. However, it will be Nolan getting 3rd and Montana 2nd, and obviously that man on the top step of the podium for the first time in EVR, LR Fruitful, who ran an absolutely beautiful race today. And obviously the strategy seemed to work out the best for the Williams driver. And so he will spray the champagne. Montana as well, another podium for the Swiss driver, looking very strong going into the mid-season. And obviously we'll now be into the second half of the season, because this is obviously round 8 now complete. And obviously you see the Nolan as well getting a podium in the Mercedes gear. Obviously now got a full-time seat here in EVR. However, we will look towards the results then. Fruitful with an absolutely amazing win today. Montana in second place. Nolan gets another podium in third. Raikkonen fourth. Giel in fifth. Lewis in sixth. Josh finishes seventh. Sem in eighth. Yost in ninth. And of course Jordan in 10th. It could have been much bigger and much better though for the Spanish and Dutch driver though, down in 9th and 10th though. Well, it could have been much more for Jordan anyway. 16 seconds of penalties. With that, obviously we will have to finish the stream off, but before we do that, we're going to say who our driver of the day is, and I'm going to start with you, Brett, like I do with my co-coms if I have one. Who was your driver of the day?
I've got to give driver of the day to... I can't even see the grid now. I've probably got to give my driver of the day to LR Fruitful. I mean, he just had such a clean race, kept the pace up. But then another mention... Oh, actually, I think I'm going to give it to QVR Just, because he got unlucky at the end there, but done so well to keep up with Nolan, and he was actually putting on a great show and making us sitting on the edge of our seats, really, waiting for the move to happen.
Yeah, I think my one's going to have to go to Lewis. He started at the back of the grid, didn't he? For God's sake, started at the back of the grid, so I must give it to Lewis, because he could have got a podium in the end. It was unfortunate he didn't. So that was our driver of the day, and with that, obviously, it is the end of the stream time.
Well,
and that obviously means
wait a minute. I want to go through the F2 and F3 results, or provisional results. It is VRT Sam finishing P1, then MCR Venom in P2, Gavin YouTube in P3, Lyronix in P4, Taze Leroy in P5, Dane Star finishing P6 there, Tony first in P7, then followed by the Scottish I'm Adi, and then in P9 you have Matt, P10 Tim, P11 LR Cohen, P12 Plex, and to round off everyone who didn't retire, it is SR Compassion in the race point, finishing P13.
Okay, and then, obviously... Oh, yeah, F3.
Then we go into F3, as I get up. So, the finishers were in P1, it is Riley Bays in the McLaren, then it is Messi in P2, followed by Catboy Key in P3. That's a great result from him.
P3, man. Oh my god, I'm happy for him.
What is that? Wait, sorry, the quality isn't that good. Let's get Fiscal.
Let's get Fiscal, I think it is.
Let's get Fiscal in P4. Then the Brazilian of TTG Vitinho in P5, then TTG Storm in P6, followed by a Scottish of V8 in P7, and another Brett of PMP Baboon J, and a Dutch of DRS Aquaplaning. Then it's Cam in P10, Dean Gamer P11, Sector in P12, No Future 2C in P13, and then one of the first DNFers is Bryn YouTube.
Yeah. Right, so that's with that we'll obviously end the stream here, but before that let's just quickly say what the next track is. Obviously, if you're not aware, we will be back next week on March the 28th, obviously for the German Grand Prix, another very interesting track similar to Britain, and a track that everyone seems to have fallen in love with, and obviously maybe the last time that EVR ever visits Hockenheim. So don't forget to come join us next week, and we'll be here again live on the EVR